Aquarius, welcome to your monthly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for July of 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. All right, so Aquarius, unfortunately, I am indoors for this location. I usually shoot these monthlies outdoors, but it began to rain at my location, so I had to move indoors for this one. But at least we get to look at your chart for this reading, which does help with the presentation. So this is going to be a general look. This video is going to be a general look at the month. If you do want a more specific look, do check out the weeklies that I do. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for those weeklies because I go into the exact aspects for each of these transits throughout the month. But in either case, this should give you a good general idea of what to expect and how to work with these energies generally throughout the month. So first major astrological event is we do have a new moon, and this is in your 5th house of self-expression. So there's already been energy here. Your sun's been in here, Mercury and Venus coming into this month. So perhaps focusing on expressing yourself, maybe some new interests, new hobbies, maybe just doing things that you enjoy, and maybe a bit of that lightheartedness, which is the 5th house also. But it could be entertainment, being entertained and entertaining others, that kind of a thing, and it could be quite fun when focused in that light. Now, the new moon is a bit more of a receptive energy with this. So the energies are lower at the beginning, especially around the 4th. So it's good to sit with this and set any new intentions that you might want to set regarding these 5th house things, whether they're creative, they're fun, they're romantic, playful, all those 5th house things, basically anything close to your heart. Then as the month unfolds, you'll find that there's more of that momentum and things you've built with your self-expression that could be continuing to be cultivated. Now, one thing I do want to say about this month is that Mars had recently gone direct at the very end of last month. So right at the beginning here, he's just slowly gaining that forward-moving momentum. So there is drive, there is independence, there is motivation increasing as the month unfolds. And I think a big area of it, along with that 5th house, is relating to your 9th house of the open horizons. Okay, this is about opening your mind. This is about seeing more possibilities in your life. Maybe even tapping into a bit of that adventurous spirit. Some of you might be doing some traveling, things like that. But it's not just on the external level. It's also on the internal level. Some of you might be learning philosophy, spirituality, university studies, any kind of study that's about wisdom and really learning about life and what life has to offer. So however that's manifesting, it's a great month for you, I think, to put that energy, put that drive into these expansive areas of life. And I think you'll find as the month increases, more of that motivation for that. Now on the 8th, we do have Venus going into Cancer, followed by Mercury on the 11th, and then the Sun on the 17th. So this early to middle part of the month, all these fast movers begin to go into your 6th house. Now, this is the house of your routine. This is the house of your work. This is the house of your regimens, anything you do on that daily level. And so this is going to be the area of new beginnings for you next month, but there's a good focus here the second half. I think you can enjoy perhaps taking care of some things, maybe doing the diet or the regimens, whatever it is, personal development stuff. I think you can enjoy. Mercury's here, giving you a bit of practicality with all this too. Maybe exchanges. Maybe some of you might be quite busy during the work sector, but this is, again, a good area to focus. You can be gaining energy through it, which is the Sun also. All right, so that's going to be the shift at that time. Then on the 17th as well, that Mars is trining up to Chiron. So there is healing continuing with this. Mars has already gone retrograde and direct over this trine up to Chiron, and now for the last and final time, this healing of integration. This could be relating to your work. It could be relating to your career. Your communications could be feeling quite healed since Mars rules those areas. But again, I think it's from this more expansive view. Mars in the 9th house, wisdom, higher learning, expanding those horizons. So great for that. And I think all in all, we should be feeling a bit of that healing with our confidence and drive. And for you, I think specifically with that adventurous spirit. Now on the 19th, we have a full moon, and that's going to be in Sagittarius. So this is your 11th house. And so this is going to be regarding your aspirations. So great. It's good to have a full moon in the 11th. You have the status check now in terms of your aspirations. These are your hopes, your wishes. You have this awareness of them, and you can see you're kind of at this halfway point of the year. Some things are working with your aspirations, some things are not. And it's a good time to do this status check to continue to put energy into what is and modify or let go of what isn't. And you can continue to cultivate and even harvest a lot of these 11th house things if over the past 6 months any of you have been involved with cultivating these aspirations in some sense. There is a high point with that in the solar year. Now, this is also the house of friends and groups. Okay, so this is an awareness of those also and a status check in that area as well. All right, so that's the full moon on the 21st. Mercury goes into Leo, followed by Venus on the 24th. So this roughly last 10 days, last week of the month, there's this shift going into your relationship sector. And this is great because you've already had Jupiter and the North Node transiting this 7th house of relationships. So there's going to continue, I think, to be opportunities here. Opportunities coming through your relationships. You're learning a lot about them with the North Node and even Jupiter. You're learning a lot of wisdom about interactions in your relationships. And now with these fast movers, I think you can enjoy these one-to-one connections. There could be even a bit of busyness and exchanging of ideas and communication going on with Mercury here as well. Maybe you're thinking more about them. So that'll be the backdrop as you go into August. But again, there's still a lot of this focus, what I think will be soon to be new beginnings at the beginning of next month relating to that work, self-improvement, and personal development. Now, the last major event of the month does have your modern day ruler going retrograde, Uranus. So there is this reflection now in terms of your values, in terms of perhaps the financial material stuff. So it's good to kind of pause with that stuff for a second over this last part of the month and start to reflect over the next 6 months how you can cultivate these values, but particularly so you can have more freedom in your life. Uranus over the past roughly 6 years has been showing you the importance of how the material world and how the finances and your values and all this can be freeing. And that can be two sides of it. It can be of not having them and letting go. It can also be of having them but not letting them, bind you and hold you down. So it's having this willingness to, I think, change and adapt and see things in a new way so that the values and the material life can be a source of freedom. And a good time to reflect on that will be this last part of the month. And since this is your modern day ruler, you guys could be entering into a bit of that reflective energy since your traditional ruler Saturn is retrograde and your modern ruler retrograde at that same time. And then again, Saturn will go direct in August, which I think will be a much more forward-moving energy for you, particularly with that career stuff. All right, so Aquarius, I hope you guys have a fantastic month. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next month.